All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Straight Talk. And we're not going to be doing too much tonight because I am really truly disappointed with YouTube. They took um, the very source that I depended on off the menu, off of YouTube. So now they can't even present the evidence and the truth about what's going on with um, Africa. And I did a lot of those videos, as you know, before. So it's not like, I don't have a record of it and what happened and all that, but it is truly very disappointing because now there's nothing that I don't think they can do about it. It's just something that unfortunately happened, and YouTube, for whatever reason, and obviously they don't want to lose out after what is going on with Africa, that they want to play games and they want to hide the truth. They want people to not know what is going on with Africa in the United States of Africa. So tonight we're not going to be here for very long. I'm just going to do three presentations, and because it was like on a all of a sudden kind of thing going on. So, Kaya La Boca. So I apologize, but it's not on me. It's not on them. It's YouTube and whoever else that are involved in that whole scheme of things. But it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to focus in on George Washington, Traore, for what I could find, and the NATO drone strike across the line that the United States of Africa is just truly on point with NATO, with France. And they're not going to fuck with Traore and the AES if they know any better. If they know anything about the Black Panther Brigade of the United States of Africa and what that means. Because when I tell you that it's the MI6, CIA, FBI, DEA, NSA, and uh, the IDF of Israel combined plus more, 10 times more, it is just unbelievable. And like I reported before, that it's Kyle is just it's gonna be one for the record book. It really truly is. And the world is changing, you guys. It is it is impossible for it not to change. Because like I said so many times, evil will always destroy itself and those who partake in it. Always ALWAYS and in all ways ALLWAYS. And it's so many times you're gonna take bullshit from people spitting in your face. Well, now that person, Africa and people across the globe are sick and tired of being sick and tired of white folks bullshit. They're playing the Wizard of Oz game, hoping that you'll never pull back the curtain. But it's been pulled now. And all it is a little boy in a man's body. little girl in a woman's body, faking, blowing smoke up everyone's ass. And literally speaking, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. How do you run a country into the ground? $38 trillion. Along Jacob, $38 trillion. All of Europe. No, I'm sorry, France is only $4 trillion in debt, but they're 130% over the GDP. They'll never get out of that. Africa, on the other hand, I think it's in Ghana, they discovered $21 trillion in gold. I think about 8 months ago, excuse me, 8 months ago, they discovered like $30 trillion in gold, plus the resources that they have control over now, kicking out France. It's just a matter of time. And I think white folks know about that for the most part. I think that uh, people in general know that, and Mother Africa is woke now. Got that belt out. She's just beating that ass. We're gonna keep beating it. And this is what we need to do. Unity is the answer. All of the global South is united, and it's gonna get more and more tighter, more and more united economically, politically, spiritually, and physically. Ain't shit gonna jump off in Venezuela. You got Russia there. You got all kind of other alliances there that are part of BRICS now. And the leader of the new table of the UN is black people, black countries, black unity across the globe. There's no more fighting individuals, fighting together. And it needs to be done. Excuse me. It needs to be done. And man, just a matter of time. Because, it's the same thing that Angola did with Portugal. When all that money came in, they took that money and went to Portugal and went to Portugal and started buying up everything. And so now the global elite, I'm sorry, the Angola elite runs the motherfucker. So it's not even a bullet fired. So there's four ways that you can do a motherfucker, especially white folks and white countries that don't even belong to them. All of you belong to black folks because we were the first European any motherfucker. So we just getting our shit back. But the obvious reason is that, and I've said this a thousand times, evil will always destroy itself. Those who partake in it. And white folks know this. They're scared than a motherfucker. Gaddafi said it best. If you kill me, you'll be opening the door to all of hell for all of eternity. And now look at this shit. Look at it. I mean, how stupid do you need to be to run a country into the ground economically and politically? Because you're a dumb motherfucker. White folks are not smart. The only smart motherfuckers on the planet are black folks, brown skinned folks, as we are called today, black people. The white boy and the white girl have no amount of intelligence at all. They get theirs from us. And you're going to see that tonight. But first, we're going to cover George Washington. But I really had to scramble, literally scramble tonight since they took it down, the Supreme African Breaking News. That doesn't exist anymore. And the new one that they came up with, Supreme African News. I am fucking pissed. But it is what it is. Obviously, I guess it should be correct. The power that be, what the hell is going on with? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm sorry about that. Like I was saying, I am really pissed at YouTube for taking it down. Obviously, the people, the power that be, don't want that information out after what is going on with Africa and the alliances that's being made and how the Suez Canal, the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. I'm sorry, the Atlantic Ocean is being controlled by black folks. Can you imagine telling the United States warship to get the fuck out of the Indian Ocean? That's exactly what happened. Africa is controlling the Suez Canal, not Israel, not Europe, not America, black folks. And so what we're going to be covering tonight, we got three things. I'm going to probably find another one, but I doubt it. But I had to scramble to find or to put up to put together a show tonight. And I did what I can at the last minute because when I had it all up, the shit was gone. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like 15 minutes before the show, I had to like go through all of what I was watching through the week, and this is what I come up with. So I'm gonna get back on track. Don't worry about that. And we're just gonna have to find some other sources that are dependable that can give me the leeway into what is going on with Africa. All right. So the first one, hold on, let me get uh, this up and running. So the first one got to deal with George Washington, and I think this is Tuesday, so Saturday night we're going to be covering even more uh, um, things about our history that really need. Hey, what's up, brother? Willie? I appreciate you being here, bro. Um, that is tantamount to our liberty mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, politically, economically. We can't do without each other. We just can't. And white folks are hoping that we keep falling and falling and falling for the bullshit game of the Wizard of Oz. That they've been blowing smoke up our ass, making us think that we ain't shit. Knowing fully well that black folks got all the space in our hands, and white folks ain't got shit. We got all the money, all the wealth, all the power. You just have to realize that and teach our kids that. Don't allow white folks to instruct, to teach, to manipulate the minds of our kids, man, because they are our future, no doubt about that. So the first video, all of these videos are basically the same. I mean, length that are about 20 minutes. Then this one is 20 minutes. Then this one is 17, 20, well, about an hour. But in between me commenting and all that, we're looking at about maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So if I cannot find one or another one, it's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes for today. And then next Saturday, I'll be more in detail about our history and what that means. Si sabe que siéntate, si, Aaron, Jacob, siéntate, coño. No voy a mencionar eso más. So let me do the George Washington first because it is tantamount. The last video I did about or the one previous to that one. I don't remember well. but it dealt with the president of the Continental Congress before George Washington came on board to be the first president under the U.S. Constitution, and the first Secretary of the Treasury was Alexander Hamilton, both black. Now, in that show, I was saying or showing that if one person lies, whatever the motherfucking PhD they got in history, which they don't have no PhD, uh, if they tell one lie, you can't trust anything else coming out of their mouth. Jacob. So you should know by now, white folks ain't shit, never have been shit but a pile of shit. All right. So let's go on to the first one. We're gonna do a 10 minute, and then if it need to be, I will do a comment or two. Then you can see where it says Supreme African News, right? Let me see. Can you, okay, that's all right. Okay. So yeah, so Supreme African News. You can put this in the YouTube, man, and I just don't know. But anyway, we're gonna go on ahead and do a 10, 12 minute run. Then I'll make a comment and then do the other half that way. All right. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Now listen, this is the bicentennial celebration of the United States of America, the history of the George Washington bicentennial celebration. The United States government not going to be publishing this motherfucker and telling lies. They're telling you the truth about George Washington. There's no such thing as half white. Remove that bullshit from your fucking brain, my people. These people are not fucking white. It had nothing to do with skin color. Being white meant that you were wealthy, you had land, you had the right to vote. That's what would be a designation for white. They were more so-called white, dark-skinned, black-skinned people during the development of our nation than the so-called pale skin. That's what white came from. It was a designation, so to speak, but nothing to do with the color of your skin. That came way later. The line, and Jefferson was black. Hold on. So I'm gonna stop it here before we go on. This is 21 minutes, about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do my comment. This is so matter of fact, so matter of fact, that it's important to understand and to know the past so we can understand the present and predict the future. We must do that. We must do that. We owe it not only to ourselves, but to the future generation that will come. Dispel, get rid of the lies that have been told about you. Ain't nobody built America but us. The white boy had no play, not one fucking second of it. None. None of the Constitution, none of the free mail, and I'm about to say none of the Constitution and none of the primary president. Obama was not the first president. No, no, no. We've had quite a few. As a matter of fact, from the first one, George Washington, until Ulysses S. Grant, 18 fucking presidents and vice presidents as well, and even an American Indian vice president in the 1920s. I can't remember his name, but let me go there. Hold on. Let me go there. Indian VP of America. We'll get to that. No. Sure, hell, I don't know why this is not coming up. I'll get it. Hold on. American. Native American vice president. Okay. Let's go there. Charles Curtis. Here it is. Charles Curtis was the 31st vice president of the United States from 1929 to 1933 under President Herbert Hoover. He was the Senate Majority Leader from 1924 to 1920. You see where it's going? If American white folks were so fucking racist, why would they allow? He was the vice president under oh shit, what's that guy's name? Because he got killed. Uh, now he was the vice president under. I almost said Woodrow Wilson. That's not it. What's that guy's name? He was black. Oh, under Herbert Hoover. Hold on, it's what is man? I hate it when my brain goes dead. But anyway, he was the American vice president under Herbert Hoover, and see, I can't think of that guy's name. But anyway, that's not what I was looking for. But this was the Native American vice president of the United States of America. So if white folks were so goddamn jealous, I mean, well, jealous or envious or racist, how the fuck did the American Indian get to be vice president and all the other so-called black presidents before that? Hmm? Couldn't be that goddamn racist. But be it as it may, we know the fallout from the 1880s up to this very moment. Redlining, uh, struggle to the right to vote, uh, having highways going through black communities, a whole host of other things. Black Wall Street being destroyed, the whole nine. So it's pretty much obvious that the end of white supremacy started at the very beginning of white supremacy. It always it always fails. Hate in your heart, mind, and soul causes so much distress and stress that it causes brain aneurysm, heart attacks, all of that. So let's go on back and finish this, and I'll give my further comments.
Hold on.
and the Irish and the English. All right, that's the first one. Right? Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna close that out. And I need to listen to the music. So listen, there's so much to this, and when I'm on this show, I take great pause, great effort, and great time to bring you the facts. I don't give a fuck about my feelings, my emotions, none of that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about your feelings and emotion in a good way. Because at the end of the day, you can't argue facts. You cannot argue against the fact that I'm here and you're listening to me. You're seeing me. You're hearing my voice, albeit over wires and glass. I, I present facts. I don't get into what it might be. It could be later. No, that nobody cannot argue with me when I bring facts to the table. And as a side note, that 10,000 fucking dollars is still there, waiting for anybody who can read my book and tell me one motherfucking thing that's in that bitch, historically speaking, that is wrong. And it's been came out in late 2017, so it's been damn near going on 10, in another 3 years, it'll be 10 years. don't give a fuck if you got a PhD on your dick pussy ass. No PhD outside of the people that I learned from. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these white wannabe motherfuckers who think they got a PhD. They got shit paper. I give no fuck about these motherfuckers, but they're not gonna sit down with me and talk all that bullshit. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask them, well, you got the PhD, right? Where'd you get it from? I got it from Harvard. Yeah, I got it from blah blah blah. Skippy. I don't know. Well, you should know that. This answer, right? Well, what answer you talking about? How many states are there in the United States? Obviously, these stupid dumb motherfuckers gonna say 50. Because I already know. It's not 50. Hawaii is not a state. Alaska is not a legitimate state. They were never given a plebiscite to remain independent, independent black nation. So there's really only 13 states that make up the United States. So within the 13 colonies that became states. All the other shit don't count. So when if ever, if ever I am uh, invited onto Piers Morgan, some of these big time wannabe white motherfuckers who not work it out and embarrass the shit out of me. My dick get hard. I'm just not okay. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. But they start lying, start hemming and hawing and sliding from foot to foot. You know what I'm gonna say? Take a straw, stick it up all the way up in your ass, drink the creamy brown shit out that motherfucker, and say goodnight. I'm not playing. There's no time to be playing. And all these so-called black folks who are cooning like the hot twins, man, fuck these motherfuckers. I invited these bitches on my show. I'm not doing that. That's just giving them credit or giving them credit. I'll never be on Coon's own show because I don't give a fuck. Now the bitch, her husband is divorcing her. She just be a single mother. You know what I mean? I don't have time for bullshit. People who read my book, they love it because they can relate to it. It is easy to read. There's no bibliography in the normal books that you would read about history, making it boring. It is about a two-person a conversation throughout the whole book, which is about 1,000 pages of the first book, about 800 pages of the second book. So you're looking at about 2,000 pages for $20 a piece. That motherfucker should be going for about $80 a piece. But I want the information to be out there. And so there's nobody coming. I don't want to give a fuck. We got 5 PhDs. People who want to debate me. What are you debating about? I'm not here for debate. Now, unless you want to debate about the size of Hawaii and the population of Hawaii, that can be easily shown or proven and all of that. That's debatable or that's talkable. But when I'm talking, man, I don't bullshit. I go right up the alley for the bullseye, and that's it. I'm not playing. I'm not kissing no ass. I'm not doing none of that. I'm here to take heads off. And when I say that, believe me, ain't nobody beating me. I love brother, what's his name, Professor that to be on uh, Brother Maurice's show. I love the guy. He said he read book one, but I'm not gonna be back on Brother Maurice's show because You know, they know why. I'm not going to be calling them out like that. But the idea is that Professor Jones, which is his name, need to get his ass. He need to get his ass in order, checked, and stop believing in what the white boy tells you. You feel me? I love my brother. He need to come back home. He's the prodigal son, and I love the guy. You know what I mean? But that PhD he got, when he take a shit, he need to take it and wipe his ass with it. Because it's of no importance. And no, the west coast of Africa, that little so-called, what do you call it? It's not a dungeon. That house that's supposed to have been uh, the housing for slaves, that did not. I proved that too. Okay, and the people who were transported to the west coast, they weren't African. You just heard that shit from here. Mostly American, mostly European, very few Africans, but the majority were Portuguese Jews, Spanish Jews, Jews from the Middle East that settled and were transported into West Coast Africa, and they were transported from Africa, West Coast of Africa, into the Americas. You're talking about the Lancados, the Moriscos. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm very clear about who I am, and I know that. So, like I said, if you think you can come on to my show and collect that $10,000, and if you lose, you pay me $1,000, you getting 10 times your motherfucking money. But you ain't getting it because I know my shit is tight. And if you lose, I want my motherfucking money, $1,000. All right, that's 10 to 1 return. But anyway, so let's go on to the next video. And this is what is that I could find rather quickly, or as quick as I could before the show. As to what is going on, I hate the fact that YouTube took down Supreme African Breaking News and now Supreme African News. Yeah, they don't exist anymore, unfortunately. So hold on. So I'm gonna go here. This is 20 minutes. I'm gonna give it 10-minute run. And what is so matter of fact about this is that Africa now, if you can, if you were, if you have been on with me all of the time, I've covered this too. That Africa's children who've gone into Europe and America, they were the ones who sustained and made powerful France in Europe and America. These stank ass wannabe white motherfuckers ain't never did shit. But now those children have come home because priority was asking them to come home. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, you name it. And they are making Africa great again. And so they got an underground military uh, intelligence and warfare machinery. They came out with a tank that doesn't fire any bullets. It fires a fucking laser one time, and then it disables the airplane. They just attacked. I'm sorry, France attacked Niger, I think it was. You know, we don't quote that one because they did not attack Mali. So I'm pretty sure it was Niger and Burkina Faso obliterated these motherfuckers. So what I want to see, and I swear to God, what I want to see, what I am being that I am being truthful about this, about what I'm seeing, because the attack on Niger was done by France and Russia helped in destroying these motherfuckers. They waited until they crossed that bridge and boom, 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 they were all gone in no time. And so this tank shoots out a laser so powerful it it takes seconds, like 2 seconds, to disable a plane in the air and it come down, slice that bitch right through. So you can see what is going on. That's not even the toughest shit. Afronet, AfroGold, the United States, Africa, forming on February the 26th, 2026. The new constitution, one coin, one voice, one people. Oh, it's over. It's over. Mother Africa is standing up on 2 feet, looking around, got their belt up, and we're starting to work that out. Now, Gaddafi's son is teaming up with the AES, and you know, motherfucking well, he ain't gonna forget who killed his father. He's gonna be on that motherfucking ass, man. All of Africa. Because these white boys are not men. They pussy ass motherfuckers. Hell, Macron, he's more gay than a gayest man in fucking boy. Fucking his gay ass motherfucking man wife in the ass and him in the ass too. They both fucking each other in the ass and sucking dick. Am I lying? They're gay. I'm just saying. But I don't give a fuck. Because now France belongs to black people. King Louis the 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those were all black people. And every other king and queen. King Louis the 14th, the Sun King, he ruled France and all of the empire, Scotland and Ireland, with an iron motherfucking hand. There wasn't nobody doing shit without him saying. And Macron, bitch ass, you can see what's going to happen. These weak motherfuckers just playing like they strong. But if you look at, oh, if you look at the army of France, it's filled with niggas. You see, we can't do shit without us, but we can do without them. And they are losing. They lost already economically. They lost politically. I'm sorry. They lost spiritually. They lost physically. They have no ops, nothing. ¿Qué está pasando con este Kylo? ¿Quién es? Huh? Oh, Belkin. Okay. So, let's get back and like I said, I'll do this. Oh, DIA, bem para cá. Excuse me for a minute. Bem para cá. Belkin. Belkin. Okay. I'm sorry about that. So, we're going to do this one for 10 minutes and let it run. And then the last last 10 minutes, uh, and then I'll break out with my comments. Because we're almost done. We only got one after this one. Yeah, we only got one after this one. And I'll be right back. Hold on. Now that embarrassment is the fact that they ain't shit. White folks don't know how to fight. If it wasn't for black men and women in every war of Europe and America, they would have lost. Period. The black man and woman is the stable element in all of humanity's triumph and struggle. The black man and woman, we are the filtered down version of the black universe. We're not going no motherfucking where. Are you kidding me? So it should be so matter of fact. Oh, and I was thinking while I was playing that if anybody knows anything about the A. La Chapelle tree, you know what that is? AIX and Chappelle, like Dave Chappelle. It was a time when Africa was so powerful, from the land of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. That was our empire. That's just not a song that the Marines sing. Akayate, uh, sing that's some real shit. White boy don't know how to fight. White girl don't know how to fight. They're going to lose. They've already lost. Let me put it. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. They've lost already. We crossed the finish line a long time ago. White folks done went to sleep for the last 100 years, thinking they're gonna be on top. That doesn't work that way. You gotta be on point 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you want to stay on top. And we're back, and we're not giving it back, and we're not taking no shit off of these motherfucking animals. I can guarantee you they're going to die. And they are dying. Not only from the vaccine, which chemically castrated them for those white folks who did not die, and for the ones who were seriously injured where they're pissing and shitting on themselves and trembling 24/7. It's better that you die. The the birth rate of white folks is zero, damn near 0.05 out of to maintain a population you need 2.1. Black people 8 to 10, Mexicans 100. White people like point. It was when I wrote the book. It was like 0.09. It's somewhere between 0.03 and 0.05. Out of 8 billion people, the percentage, the percentage wise of white people on the planet is only 3% of that. And I'm being generous, I do believe. 10% of 8 billion, that's 800 million. And you're looking at one third of that, that's about 250 million. They're not going to be around for too long. I even believe that it's less than that. It's less than 150 million white folks on the planet. They're not going to be around for too much long. The world don't. The world is just sick and tired of these motherfuckers. Everywhere they have gone, they have brought nothing but death, destruction, disease, and despair. Do you really believe Japan done forgot about what they did? Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Do you remember what they did against what's the name of the animal that be on the cartoon spin around real fast? I can't remember the name. All of them people are dead, man, woman, and child, baby. The last man they killed, they cut off his testicle sack and made it a tobacco barrel. You know what happened in the Congo? Over 10 million people died, and their hands being cut off. So white people, there's no I'm sorry. That should have been said and done and repaid us a long time ago. We ain't falling for that bullshit. We're going to kill you politically, economically, spiritually, and when and if necessary, physically. You going into the ground, motherfucker. Don't worry about it. The Muslim Brotherhood is right there in Europe, right here in America now, and in Canada. Y'all converting to Islam like it ain't shit. But I digress. So let's go back and finish this, and then we'll be on to our last video for the night. I really apologize for that. But it's not on me. It was on YouTube for getting rid of uh, Supreme African News, and that really pisses me off. But anyway, let's continue. Hold on. Jacob. Oh, All right, you heard it. So now we're down to the last video. It's like 17 minutes long. We're going to take it apart uh, by 10 minutes and then the last part 7 minutes. But I'm hoping that you guys can see where I'm going. That white folks are nervous, scared out of their fucking mind. And like I've always said, the sins of the father and mother are always visited upon their children. And this hard time, if I can say it like that, for white folks, it's going to be a hard time. It's forever. We dealt with these motherfuckers like this in Egypt and killed them and got them out. In Greece and Rome, killed them and got them out. And now their death certificate has been signed, sealed, and delivered. They're bringing your fucking ass on to us. You are a dead man and a dead woman. Or I really should say dead boy, dead girl. There's nothing that's gonna save you. Not Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna. The world is tired of you motherfuckers. Because all you do is kill, 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 kill. Not only human beings, but plants and animals, species of all kinds. And the world can't take it anymore. It just can't. The world is out of balance. Hold on. And so the world is sick and tired of you motherfuckers. You done fucked over everybody, thinking you can do what you want, do what you want to do when you want to do, how you want to. No, baby, it don't happen like that. Cause keeping it on 100, you motherfuckers are done, done. Your heart shall race with fear, and your mind shall never ever have a day of rest, ever. For you motherfuckers are alive now, your kids, kids, for eternity, motherfuckers. But I swear to God, we're not giving it back. God's words have never come back voided. Never. You guys will be made into footstool. I don't even want your funky ass as a footstool. Oh, I'm gonna go to X for real quick after this last one, and you gotta hear this one. This is a banger of one. So let's go and get this over with, and go right to X, and we'll be on our way until Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See that Panther first. Hold on. Well, now, if I had a God shoot that motherfucker. I'm just expressing my feelings. Come on. I hate that loud ass goddamn noise. Let's continue. Oh, I'm gonna stop it there and give my little comment before we close it out. That power concedes nothing without demand. Power, the three rings of power: politics, economics, and spirituality or religion. We have those three in your presence and under control. There is nothing that you cannot do, and there is nothing that you cannot be. The old saying goes, if you kill your enemies, you'll never have to worry about your friends. And this is the reason why I'm saying tonight and forevermore that Macron, either by an unseen hand within his own nation, which is more plausible, or the secret organization known as the Black Panthers, and they got, when I tell you the United States of Africa got people who are more than trained beyond the CIA, NSA, MI6, and I roll all these motherfuckers together, they're not gonna match what Africa has. And the technology behind it all, go back and look at some of the videos where I feature Supreme African Breaking News and Supreme African News. It is mind blowing as to what is going on. It's going to keep going on because Africa and priority and the people who are making it all happen They know if we're gonna stay on top and get on top and be on top, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't fucking sleep. You monitor, you control, and when it's necessary, you kill. Now, I'm pretty sure just from the actions and the words that are being spoken, Traore and a whole lot of other people, not just him, are stoicists. Look that up on YouTube, stoicists, and look up Machiavelli, Machiavellian. If I'm not anything else, I am a true Machiavellian. If I'm nothing else, and I'm a true stoicist, you have to study and understand human nature, what drives us, sex and money, and other things. Well, those are the two biggest things, and how to manipulate. Now, we're all manipulators. You know, our kids manipulate us to get this, and manipulate us to get that, our wives, our husbands. It's all, I don't want to call it a game, but it's all ebb and flow. And you can manipulate people in a good way, not so always the bad way. And so the good way gives you results, like Traore is doing. The bad way is what Emmanuel Macron is doing. See how that goes? There's only so much faking and foolery and fuckery that you can do before you get caught. And look at what is happening in France. They're getting caught. The people are upset. They want their lazy days and ways back. They're not getting it back. It was all third world countries in Europe now. And so the only way it's going to get back to square one is because the Brotherhood is taking it over. So Sharia law, whatever. Gaddafi said it. If you kill me, you'd be opening the door to all of hell for all of eternity, dummy. So let's go back and finish this up, and I'll go back. I'll go right to X. I want you guys to see that. Shalom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on those videos. So this is nothing right here. So it's just a battling skill. So yeah, it's just something I was gonna try to go through to see if I can see anything else that needs to be done. But obviously not. So let me go to the last bit of it because you guys need to see what I saw on X. It is excellently done. Hold on. Let me check my. Somebody be like, okay. Yeah, my boy saw the video. Okay. So let me go on over here and try to go down these lists to post. Okay. So this is. Let me find. Oh, here it is. So. Hold on. They are beasts. They had hair all over their body. And I was trying to remember the name of what they were called, Wolderwolves. So when we get through with this, I'm going to go right to that Google and look up the photos, not photos, but of these people attacking the black king and queen castle. And you will see what I mean. Hold on, let me start it over. 'Cause I don't want to interrupt it. All right. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. And we're going to go right to the last part of this. I hope I'm spelling it right. Whoa, there, whoa. So, oh, here we go. So, the wild man. Yeah, that's what it was called. So these people were wild. They have no history. They stole their history from us. They stole our history. They stole our history for their own. The wild man, the hairy man of which we have heard so much, has once more been located, this time in the vicinity of Kuriwa, a Tonawanglo resident who has a grass run near Kuriwa State that he, with others, saw an animal in a swamp with some cattle. It appeared to be feeding and was on still four or was on all fours until disturbed. When it stood upright like a human being, it's a Bombola time. Let's see, the 1920. You see it right there. Let me blow it up. 1920, you guys. And if you take a look at the book, the Iceman's Inheritance, it gives you even more and all the resources that he talks about. But this is the 1920s, the Bombola Times, National Library of Australia. These people are fucking wild. Oh, let me see. Let me go back. Wild man attack castle. Bring that up. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So, in taking a look at these people, you can see they had long ass claws. See those claws? The black king and queens here, and their what is it called? The Sentinel Army, with the archery and the bows and all that, killing these people. They need to be killed at that point in time, and they need to be killed now. But they're not going to stop killing us. I read to you guys the last time I was on this fucking show, doing the show. A white guy was telling me, "Why are you so passive?" You remember that? You remember that dumbass shit? What the fuck are you being so passive about? Here, you see the claws? See the claws? See the claws? Hair all over their fucking body. These people are animals. Anytime you eat another a person, that's an animal. They had no mannerism. They had no moral. They had no scruple. They had nothing. We civilized these motherfuckers 3 times. All right. So, hold on. Let me. I don't think I need to show you that one. I don't think I need to show you that one about the white boys saying that. But just in case, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look for it because that's another uh, sign that the white boy, yeah, it just needs to be in the mental institution. Now, her husband divorced her. So. But anyway, find that a little bit of something, something, and then we'll be done. So hold on. I'm going to read that a little bit for you. Now, these are some beautiful artwork here. So, okay, so let me find that one. Give me a minute. Here we got Black the Intelligent. Are you fucking kidding me? White folk, boy, they'll try to run you into the ground with that bullshit. But anyway. So don't pay them no attention because they're the ones who don't have anything. Hold on, I will find it. Yeah, I will find it. Ah, I was about to wait, but we're coming up on it right now. And please be careful about the food you eat. It's not even real. It's 3D printed meat. Be careful about anything that has the label Appeal on it. APEEL. That is a company that is owned by Bill Gates. And you know what's going on with him. Now you can eat what the fuck you want to eat, but I'm telling you, it ain't good for you. Now, that was interesting. I don't even know if that's real or not. But 31 million metric tons of gold were discovered in Uganda. $12 trillion. Okay, so still looking. Still looking. See how they play this shit? Uh, he got fired. Coming up on it. I hope. But for anybody that remember, it's just a matter of fact. Stop being so goddamn passive and forgetting white folks. They don't give a fuck about us. And why should we give a fuck about them? If you attack one of us, you attack all of us. That is the slogan. Unity is the overarching goal. That's funny. Man, fuck that motherfucker. Here we go. Penny Sanders. Let me put that back to where it was. So she says, "Can I ask you, black people? Can I ask you why you black people are so goddamn passive? We kill your children, mock you, take your riches, take your land, convince you God is white, cause so many problems of self-hate in your community, keep you poor, take your history, Egypt, take your opportunity, and make your children believe the only heroes in the world are white men, and then you continue to give us the benefit of a doubt. We lock you up, and you still have us walk around like everything is okay. When will you stop calling on to Jesus and do for your goddamn self? Is this how you reacted when we came to conquer you? That did not happen. This is bloody pathetic. I see you more. He know who the fuck you are. Here. All I see, I see no more is here. All I see are confused monkeys. Well, you are confused because you ain't made up your goddamn mind to be unified. Politically, economically, spiritually, and physically. We shoot back, motherfucker. We ain't allow only white folks to shoot us. That never happened. That is the tale and the story and the tall tale they tell. If you dumb enough to believe that shit, okay. So now you know. And now you seen what that video that I just shown earlier. Alright, so let's go on and get on out of here. I really appreciate you guys for being here, Brother Willie, to share. I really appreciate you, man. Please share the word about this show and what it means and how it means and why it means. It's all about unity, political, economic, spiritual, and physical unity. Because without unity, of which white folks fear, there's nothing. So we are a blessed people and we are a cursed people. We are blessed to the nth degree, controlling everything and having everything in our power. And that is through unity. And we are cursed people. If we fight amongst each other and killing each other and not killing our enemies, then bringing about the curses upon us. So which way how are we going to go, my people? Which way? Obviously, the unity way. Because what the head of the FBI said, Hoover was saying, um, the greatest threat to white supremacy, in my words, is black unity. That's it. We had that shit popping and going, and all those black Wall Street. So fear not, because we won already. Fear not, because we have it in control already. It's guaranteed that we're going to win. Billy Graham said that. Billy Graham knew who we were and who we are, and who we will forever be. So for the next 24/7, 365, stay black, my people. Always stay black. I see you on Tuesday night. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah. Oh shit. Saturday night, 8 p.m. And every Saturdays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. Peace.